stuff that you should buy while begging for a Birkin. Full transparency, I'm actually not a Birkin fan. I think they're heavy. I think the handles are kind of awkward. I don't like how they open. I much prefer a shape like this, the Hermes toolbox. It's very nice. When you're trying to get a Birkin, this is the math, okay? Whatever your Birkin costs, you gotta spend that on other stuff before you're even considered for this Birkin. We live in a world that we're begging for $14,000 bags. Like, Dios mío, whatever. Like, that's insane. So yeah, you got a 14K bill that you got to build up. One good thing to do, buy some little leather goods, a wallet, some journals, things like this. Some coin pouches for friends, maybe buy like a dozen Bastia coin pouches, whichever. One thing that will really boost up your profile is if you buy ready to wear. That's their clothes. Remember, designer brands don't sell a lot of clothes. They sell a lot of bags and accessories, but people who buy their clothes, those are their big spenders. Those are people who have bank to spend. So consider buying some ready to wear, maybe a dress, maybe some polo shirts. It's gonna be very simple, it's gonna be very boring, but elegant in its own way. If they see that you're buying ready to wear, it means that you're walking around in their clothes. They like this. This makes your profile look very, very strong because they're thinking, okay, bitch is gonna carry a Birkin with one of our beautiful dresses. It's not like a Birkin with a little Shein dress, you get what I mean? Or like some Zara blazer pretending to be Acne Studios, or pretending to be Balmain, whatever. Also look at their housewares, but like a little simple candy dish or an ashtray is not gonna do it. You need to look at a 6 set of something, complete with bread and butter plates, a teapot, a creamer, and a little sugar bowl. Again, you're emulating this whole French luxury lifestyle. You should also look at getting some shoes, but not shoes that everybody buys. Remember, you want to prove yourself to be a unique Hermes luxury customer. Buy shoes like this. You'll probably also buy a bunch of orange sandals, understandable enough, but think outside the box. You can buy like 10 of these. They claim it doesn't count towards your profile, but I would argue that. Right now in their Bloor Street store, they have the most gorgeous haute de couture in their men's section. It's like $20,000 or $21,000. If you bought that, that would definitely push up your profile. All in all, find a great salesperson, be loyal to them, stick with them. You're gonna be spending some money here for the next 6 months. You wanna pop in every 2 weeks, and also don't nag, don't beg. Wait for them to come to you. You gotta play that French snob game. That's the Hermes way. And in the process, it's always good to go and get like 6 or a dozen of like little moisturizer tins or lip balms or lipsticks. Gift them to like the ladies at lunch, whatever. Do I think 14K for a bag is outrageous? Absolutely. But like, hey, it could be 40K in crocodile soap and you're still saving some good money. And if you want to save even more money, like save an extra 1,500 bucks, I suggest buying a Kelly because Kellys are like 10 times better than Birkin. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know. Hopefully I'm not like shit on by like Birkin lovers out there. Bye-bye.
How to buy a Birkin bag and skip the line.
How to get a Birkin in store. Look for non-leather goods to buy. Start purchasing. All for same-day bag or slowly over time. Ask for anything available. Ta-da!
Oh, I'm just going to buy a Hermes Birkin. My wife is going to be so happy. Wow, that's amazing. Have you ever shopped with Hermes before? No? This will be my first time. I am very excited. Sorry to break it to you, but there's not a chance you're going to be able to get a Birkin. Why is that? I can see one in the store and I've got cash right here. It's not the money they're bothered about. It's whether you're deemed worthy enough to buy it. What do you mean worthy enough? Well, rumour has it the Hermes SAs don't get commission on Birkin bags, so they work off something called a 1-to-1 ratio. What on earth is that? Basically, you have to build up a relationship with an Hermes SA. You have to buy around £8,000 worth of other items to even be considered to buy one of their most prestigious bags. How do you know all of this? Because I follow Lux Collective and they tell you everything you need to know about the luxury industry.
So people who say, I don't want to buy Chanel, I'd rather get a Hermes, what is the reality?
But I think you're expected to spend the equivalent amount of how much that bag costs on other products. And you have to play that game of like going in all the time and developing a relationship with them and then spending that money on something else.
Do you wait for them to reach out to you or do you kind of like chase?
That's a personality thing, I think. I know lots of people who like have waited. I don't wait. I think that's a personal preference.
And how specific do you recommend somebody be?
This is what's there, take it or leave it.
Right.
Because if you don't take it, someone else will.
Right.
So how to get a Birkin is a long ass process where you have to woo a sales assistant and spend that kind of money.
How many months?
Yes, it's more like it. Months. I love that. Mom got her Birkin in a matter of months, but I waited years for my Kelly. So like my Kelly Cellier took 2 years. About the color.
So you did turn down a bag before?
I did.
How many times?
I turned down 2 bags because I was like, no, I'm never gonna wear it. I'm never gonna wear it. Oh, because if you really want the bag because you want the Kelly and you want it for what it is, status, you want it because it's like a part of something that you want and you're okay with it being in any color.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you are fussy
And it's a lot of money.
and it's a lot of money and you're like, a yellow bag, maybe not, and I don't think I could work with that. It's not worth buying a bag just to say you have it so that it can sit in your closet.
An icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now come on now.
These are my top tips on how to score a Birkin or a Kelly. My first tip would be to go to the Paris flagship store because here they have a large inventory, the bags are better priced, and if you get an appointment, you're a lot more likely to be offered the bag as a first-time customer. My next tip is to build a genuine relationship with an SA regardless if you're a first-time customer or not, and you can do this by showing your appreciation for the brand by talking about the different Hermès colors, leathers, and collections coming out that year. My next tip is to buy goods from other departments that you genuinely want so you can show them that you will be a long-term client even after you get the Birkin or Kelly offer. My next tip is to try at a touristy location like Las Vegas or Hawaii because here they will be more inclined to offer the bag to a first-time customer. My last tip that others have found quite successful, and don't get angry about this, but is to spend a 1-to-1 ratio of the bag that you're trying to get in non-leather goods.
Yes, absolutely. I realized that I told this story on Instagram and not on TikTok. So basically, we stayed at this amazing hotel with an incredible concierge team. I'm going to write the name of the hotel down in the comment section because I'm definitely going to mispronounce it. But long story short, the concierge team asked if I wanted an appointment at LV, at Louis Vuitton. I said yes, and then I just asked if they by any chance had a contact at Hermes. And they said, yes, we do, but we need to know 2 weeks in advance. So I was bummed because I was only there for 3 days, but they told me they were going to check anyway. And I did mention that I was a blogger. At the time, I gave them my Pinterest stats, that was my best performing platform. And they called me the next day and they said, we got you the appointment for Monday, which was the last day I was going to be there. So definitely weekdays are much better if you're trying to get an appointment at Hermes, and definitely stay at this hotel and definitely let them know 2 weeks in advance.
Hermes, this is how it works. You go get an appointment. They will show you some bags, colors and leathers. You choose your favorite color and leather, and they put you on a wish list.
Okay, story time on how I scored a bag in Paris. So my local SA set up this special object store for me in Paris, which is not a bag appointment, but it basically showcases all the cool one-off pieces that Hermes can do. Like, look at this bike, how cool is that? They also create one-of-one pieces with bags, like look how cool this penguin backpack is. So the lady who gave us a tour recommended that we visit the Cerberus location because of how cool and modern it is, and it's also the only location with a petite H, which is this room right here. This is where they use leftover scraps to make different items. So we got lucky because the sales associate here immediately asked me what my wish list was, and here he is offering me the B25 Rouge Cellier, but I actually said no. And so he brings this black cellulite with gold hardware necks, and I definitely took this baby home. And FYI, I got denied by the FSH appointment system 8 days straight with 4 passports, so I got lucky this way.
Alright, so I figured I would do a story time on how I managed to get my Hermès Birkin 25 directly from Hermès in Paris. I love watching these videos on TikTok and on YouTube, so I thought, why not do my own? Because I do have it's not really a story, but this is how I got it. Because there's a lot of like rumors flying around, like you have to like have a massive purchase history and stuff like that. So I'm going to tell you, this is just how I managed to get this. So this was in December of just gone, so December 2021. You have to apply via an appointment system in Paris to get a bag. So an Hermès Kelly or a Birkin, I believe only. I think the other ones, or a Constance. So you apply every day on their website. And if you manage to get an appointment, if you don't manage to get an appointment, which is what you mostly see, you get an email sent to you after you've filled in a form giving your information saying, sorry, you know, due to the amount of people, we couldn't get you an appointment who applied. So you keep doing it. You can reapply every single day. So my husband and I reapplied separately to try and increase our odds. And after about the 7th or 8th attempt, I managed to get an appointment. And I was like, oh my God. And the appointment was for 10:30 in the morning. So, and we were in Paris, I think, for about a good 10 days. So, thank goodness we managed to on the 7th or 8th day. So, I went with my husband. We went together, and the essay was there waiting and ready because the store, I believe, opens at 10:30. So we went. She took us upstairs. And you go to an area which, if you have an appointment, this is where you go. There's tables and chairs, and then we sat at one of them. And then she asked me what is it she could help me with. Now, I knew that I wanted a size 25 in a Birkin specifically at that time. And so she asked me about colors I'm looking for, hardware and stuff. And I told her I was looking for neutral color, maybe gold or a taupe, gold hardware. So it has to be gold hardware. And I told her, I know it's difficult. I understand, I know how popular these bags are, especially this particular size I'm asking for. And then we proceeded to just have a conversation. I was carrying with me my vintage box Kelly. It's in with gold hardware. It's a stunning bag. It's about 36 years old, and I got it from a website that sells pre-loved beautiful bags. And she loved it, and we talked so much about vintage because we both love it. So after the conversation, she stood up and she said, okay, I'm going to go and see what I can do for you, but I can't make any promises. I just want to let you know. So I thought, okay. When she said that, I was like, okay, I already know I probably aren't going to get it. I'm going to make this a part 2. So just stay tuned. Okay, so this is part 2. Sorry if this sounds echoey. I think it might, but sorry about that. Of how I got my Hermès 25 Birkin from the Paris flagship store. I love watching these stories on TikTok, so I thought I'd do my own. So the essay left us alone after me having a half an hour-ish conversation with her. And she said, I can't make you any promises, but I'll see what I can do. She returned after about 25 minutes-ish, give or take, and she has an orange box. And I was like, and the box was small. That was my head. So she said, can you come with me? I just stayed super calm. So we followed her, my husband and I, to a private room. And then she unboxed it. And I was like, holy crap, before she actually showed me, because she didn't say what she had. Which I actually love that, because it's like, I personally love the surprise of not knowing what it's going to be. By the way, I'm going to preface this by saying that I've heard a lot of stories that you have to spend 2 to 3 times the value of the bag, 4 times the value of the bag. You have to buy this, that, like a ton of things before they even consider offering you a bag. That wasn't my experience. To be fully transparent, this was in December. We also went to Paris in October the same year. And between those 2 visits, I had bought 3 of those leather bracelets. I bought 1 for my husband, 1 for myself, and 1 for my girlfriend Paula as a gift. This is spanning 2 trips. And I also bought a scarf. Yeah, I bought a scarf because I love scarves. I love wearing them like headbands and this way. And anyway, so I bought a scarf, and I've always wanted an Hermes scarf. So that's my purchase history. And that was it. But it doesn't equate to the value of this bag at all. Not even half. Not even quarter. Anyway, so that was my experience. I don't know if that plays into it or not, but I'm just letting you know that that is what I had bought previously on the previous trip, plus the trip where she offered me the bag. So she opened the drawstring, which had the Birkin inside, and she pulled out the bag, which is right here, and she showed me this, and I went, oh! I literally gasped, and I said I will take it. I tried it on. It was great. It's Epsom leather. It's structured. I only like the Birkin 25 in Cellier. If I ever did Cellier, it would be in the size 25 for the Birkin, no bigger, because I just think it's cute. And I love that contrasting stitching and that gold hardware. I think it's just chef's kiss. But that is my story of what happened.